Welcome back to Advocacy Alchemy with Professor Ross. Tonight we got a good one, guys. Cleveland's guitar case, striking the right chord with the law. We have only 3 charges here tonight, guys, and the 3 charges are trespass, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. This happens in Cleveland, Ohio. Watch the video and we'll talk about the charges and probable cause at the end. Enjoy.
How are you today, sir?
Why do you want to know?
Well, I'm just trying to get to know you. I want to make sure you're okay.
Oh, okay.
The reason I'm here is the staff called. They were concerned about you, so they sent me to come and check on you.
Okay, I'm fine. You can go.
Okay, I got to make sure that they want you in here first. Is there a reason you have a general antagonistic disposition towards me? Or?
Yeah, because you 2 goons have come here specifically to try to incite a physical incident with a person who's had a heart attack last week.
What?
And I don't think that's a very good thing, and I don't like that.
Why?
You're being very disruptive, and I wish you folks would step back.
Why do you think that?
Because of your body posture, because of the way that you're acting. I take offense to it, and I think that you should stand back.
Hello.
Another step or 2 would be good.
Perfect.
This is a little information we have on him because he was a new patient, but he came in and he was very argumentative. He's playing his guitar. While we appreciate your music, it's not appropriate, and you need to stop. And he called a mother. And then he told the receptionist that if he comes here and his issue isn't fixed, he's going to jump into traffic. He said it 3 times. I don't know if he's joking or what, but he got really mad because it was 1:01. His appointment was at 1 o'clock, and it was 1:01, and we hadn't taken him back.
Yeah, so now you guys basically want him to leave.
Interaction.
Have I done anything right here that you can see that would provoke anything other than just a normal conversation and leave?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, then I prefer that you take another step back. If I'm not a threat to you.
Did you have any type of interaction with them or anything like that that was negative?
I was invited to come here and play my guitar. Apparently I wasn't playing the rap music they like or whatever, but they decided they wanted to make an issue out of it after being told specifically that I could come here.
Okay.
I had a heart procedure, and they're trying to figure out if this is healthy or not.
Okay.
And I play guitar, so I have to play the guitar so that we can see. I drove all the way here in 85-degree heat after having a cardiac event last week.
It was that recent?
Yeah, last week. Would you prefer to have me have a heart attack? I'm not a physical threat.
I would strongly encourage him to be evaluated in the ER for mental health, but he can't come back here unless he's treated.
Okay.
So why do you have to provoke me by standing close and leaning towards me?
I'm certainly not trying to do that with my posture. I apologize if it appears antagonistic.
You are.
I understand you were here for a follow-up appointment from your heart issue. Is that accurate?
I don't have anything to say to you.
Okay, well, I'm
waiting for my doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock. I got here early, and I'm waiting for my appointment.
Okay, well...
That's all you're going to get out of me. Have a nice day.
Well, they would now want you to leave, so I'm just here to assist with that. So
go for it.
Okay, are you ready to go?
You know what? You're going to have to physically hurt me.
Well, we don't want to do
There's
that.
got to be a way we can avoid that.
Yeah.
That seems completely unnecessary.
Why don't you go back and talk to him and see if there's a way that we can avoid this?
I think that we can probably come up with a solution together.
Yeah, I think so too.
So based upon whatever interaction you had with them, they're no longer willing to see you.
I'm going to sit here for a while.
Unfortunately, that doesn't sound like it's an option because they want you to leave.
You're going to have to pick me up and take me out.
Oh, there's got to be a way we can avoid that. You seem like a reasonable man.
I made a trip here. It was very hot. I think I need to rest before I get up and go anywhere.
Well, with them being in control of the facility, it's kind of like their property. If they want someone to leave, we have to help facilitate that.
How about this?
How about this? You sit here until I feel good and ready to leave.
Well, we're here to help everybody that's involved. What about we get an ambulance to come and take you somewhere to get treated?
I don't care what the fuck you do. I ain't moving until I feel good enough to leave.
So look at it from my perspective. Okay? Okay.
Do you have an appointment here?
He had one.
So does that leave us with 2 options? Either he leaves voluntarily or they want him trespassed out of here and he goes to jail.
He's a reasonable man. I think we can avoid option 2.
You want to put your hands on a person who had a cardiac event last week? Take your chances.
We're trying to avoid that, like we explained
I'm
before.
going to leave it until I feel goddamn good and ready to.
Well, that isn't an option either.
The only other option we have would be to take you to jail. We don't want to do that. That's completely avoidable.
Let me think about it.
Take some time.
All right.
Option
I'm
A.
going to take probably about 45 or 50 minutes to think about my decision.
So option A would be you simply leave and you're not in any trouble with anyone. And option B would be we would have to take you out of here and arrest you for trespass. That's got to be something we can avoid.
Yeah. I believe I'm in the market for some legal services. I have 3 goons standing over me, leering and trying to provoke a physical incident. They invited me to come over here and play my guitar because it's my wrist that was injured with the heart cath procedure. We want to make sure that everything's okay with the wound, and they said, yeah, fine, that's fine, just come up. They were looking forward, they said yesterday, to me coming over here.
You're not making any sense.
I know, I'm rambling, but anyways, they now told me to leave, and I don't feel like leaving. So, yeah, I just talked to an attorney, so whatever you want to do, I'm going to take 45 minutes to just kind of rest and see how I feel, and then we'll decide if I leave then or not.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you that much time, unfortunately. I do
Can I give a 65-year-old guy with a heart attack a chance to make it out alive, or you want to hurt me?
I don't want to hurt you at all.
I'm hoping that we can resolve this peacefully.
I'm hoping we can resolve it peacefully in about 45 minutes.
We've got an ambulance that can come up with a cot, which would be an easy way that you wouldn't need to walk.
Thank you for coming and helping us.
Sure.
What do I need to sign?
What I'm going to need to do is go out there and tell him that he either has to leave right now, or you, as the person in charge of the premises, is trespassing and banning him permanently.
Yes, we
Okay.
will ban him permanently.
And if he doesn't leave, then you're willing to sign charges for trespass.
Correct.
And that's what you'll do.
Yes.
So yeah, what'll happen is if he won't get up and leave,
You'll just take
we'll have to take him to jail. And
I hope he doesn't go to that far, but yes.
do you have a business card on you, or if not, I'll just perfect. Okay.
But when
Max,
we're constantly being
This is the
triggered,
doctor who's in
or
charge of the
getting
premises,
encouraged
and if this
to
man
slip
does not
away,
vacate the
because
premises now,
our
he's
personality
banned from
and
here.
our
If he doesn't
value
leave,
reflects it.
he wants to pursue trespass charges.
Okay, so we've reached the precipice, sir.
You can let me think about it?
No,
No, you have 60 seconds.
they want you
Well,
They want you out of
I
here
can't think
immediately.
about that in 60 seconds.
Okay, well, the time to leave this building is now. They've made it clear.
Okay, let's go.
You've been
Let's
clearly
go.
told. You've been clearly told
Carry
that
me out.
you are immediately to vacate the premises.
I'm ready to go.
All right, this is your last chance. Is there anything I can say or do that would convince you to simply walk out peacefully?
I don't think I can, because I had a cardiac event.
You can take a few minutes outside. You need to leave this building now.
Drag me out.
Get up and act like a grown-up. Act like a grown man and get up and walk out.
All right, sir, you're under arrest. I got to put you in handcuffs. Do you have any weapons on you? Watch your head.
No punishment for me.
Where's your pocket? I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know where it is? Is it in your pocket? It's unfortunate that this had to come to this.
No, you're not going to touch me. Leave me alone.
You're arrested, sir.
Leave me alone. You leave me alone. Come over.
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Let's get your other arm, and then we can get you sitting up,
I
okay?
can't move.
Yeah, you can. Just
I can't
relax.
move.
I got
Yeah,
it.
we're going to have to pull it out here.
As soon as we get that arm out, I'll pull it up. Just relax.
Put your hand behind your back.
Don't you kick.
Good line.
I know. Okay,
We have a highly resistant, combative
let's roll him up.
gentleman here.
Let's roll him this way.
Watch the kicks.
Sit him up.
Do you guys have any tie downs, restraints for the legs?
Didn't know we should do it.
Neither did we.
What's his name?
Don't know.
I will not tell anything to anyone until I get a mask on my face
Okay.
and I get my glasses.
All right, we got your mask right here. There you go. And your glasses. How about I give you your glasses?
I want to go home.
Well, unfortunately, you're going to jail.
You want it to be easy, we can just give me up and I'll walk out.
All right.
Wait, you're willing to walk on your own power?
1, 2, 3. All right.
Hey, Mike.
How you feeling right now, sir?
I had a heart cath operation on this wrist, and I would appreciate that being taken off right now.
How about this? If you calm down, everything will be fine.
The wrist is what I was here for. You guys are aggravating it, I will sue. Come on now.
Nope, not gonna work.
You take my mom's ashes, I will kill you. And I mean it.
Let's not do any threats. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Swiss Army knife.
Where's it located?
Well, you guys threw me all over the place. Who knows where it is?
No. Where would you keep your pocket knife on you?
Still need to
Oh,
check
how about that? I didn't lie to you. You're
Still need
stupid.
those
you.
back pockets. What's his medical condition?
He's trying to kick me. So.
Do you have a medical condition that you need immediate attention for, or are you ready to go to jail right now?
The hospital.
For what?
We have to tell him what you're going for. What are you going for?
They don't just let people in.
My wrist is sore. My heart doesn't feel right.
You're still under arrest. Your property's going to go back to the jail. You can come back to the jail when the hospital clears you, and you'll get your stuff then. Sound like a plan, Brian?
You.
Easy. There's ladies here.
Them too.
No, come on. Settle down.
Uncalled for.
Well, we're doing criminal trespass.
Yep.
And resisting?
Probably disorderly and resisting.
Okay.
Brian, you know what day it is today?
You day.
That's pretty much what you did to yourself.
Love that day. Hey, Brian.
All right.
Hey, don't do this with the
Settle
down.
They're trying to check.
Settle the down.
They're trying to check.
Got it? I'm not gonna take this from you.
They're trying to check your heart, man.
I'm refusing an EKG.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So do you want to just go to jail now, or do you
No, I want to go to the hospital.
Okay, so you're refusing medical treatment.
I'm refusing you treating me.
Okay.
I'm refusing any treatment until I get into the hospital.
Ryan, hey, dude. Not a good move. I'll tell you that right now.
I think he said thank you.
I think you need to go your mother for Mother's Day, don't you?
Hey, bud, can I take your blood pressure?
No, I was laying down and these guys did this to me.
Hey, Brian, this isn't an I told you so. This is for the next time. Remember this.
Hey, f*** you for next time.
You made your choices, and now you have to deal with them. So next time, don't make those choices, and you won't have handcuffs on you.
I just asked for time to think about it, to rest, because I had a heart attack, and it's the first time I've been out.
Well, they just asked you to leave, and you refused.
Okay, so how'd you guys feel about that video? Didn't it seem like he was acting overly disrespectful? I understand when you are recently getting over a illness or something of that nature, but he took it a little bit too far, right? Well, let's jump into the law and let's see what the law has to say about this. Remember, this happened in Cleveland, Ohio. So let's take a look at what the law says there in Ohio. Okay, so the Ohio law for trespass. In Ohio, trespassing laws are primarily outlined in the Ohio Revised Code, and that's the ORC, under sections 2911.21 and 2911.211. All right, let's look at criminal trespass, which is under point 21 first. It says a person commits criminal trespass if they, without privilege, do any of the following. 1. Knowingly enter or remain on another's land or premises. Number 2. Knowingly enter or remain on land with lawful restrictions when aware of or reckless regarding those restrictions. So it's basically saying when people already have posted times when you're supposed to come off the land. That covers businesses that have closing hours, things like that. Number 3, recklessly enter or remain on land where notice against unauthorized access is provided through communication, legal means, posting, or fencing. Number 4, negligently fail or refuse to leave another's land after being notified by signage or directly by the owner or their agent. That's after you've been told leave and you stay on. It says violating this section is typically a 4th degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 30 days in jail or a fine of up to $250. Aggravated trespass, which is found at .211, it says this occurs when 1 enters or remains on another's land with the purpose of committing a misdemeanor involving causing or threatening physical harm, or number 2 enters or remains on a critical infrastructure facility intending to destroy or tamper with it. All right, remember this is aggravated trespass, so it's going to require a person to do something extra besides just remaining on land. All right. The first offense is a 1st degree misdemeanor punishable by up to 180 days in jail, a fine of up to $1,000. Additional considerations: the use of vehicles, posting no trespass signs, and landowner liability. It says the use of vehicles: if trespassing involves a snowmobile, off-highway motorcycle, or all-purpose vehicle, fines may be doubled. Posting of no trespassing signs. Landowners can deter trespassing by posting signs in conspicuous places, open places. While Ohio law doesn't specify the use of purple paint as a no trespassing indicator, clear signage is recommended. Landowner liability. Under the attractive nuisance doctrine, landowners may be liable for injuries to child trespassers if the injury is caused by a hazardous object likely to attract children. All right, let's look at the Ohio law for disorderly conduct. It says in Ohio, disorderly conduct is defined under section 2917.11 of the Ohio Revised Code. This statute outlines behaviors that, when performed recklessly, cause inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm to others. Key actions constituting disorderly conduct include engaging in fighting or threatening harm to persons or property, making unreasonable noise, or using offensively coarse language or gestures. So here, if they were going to charge him for disorderly conduct, they're probably going to the second one, unreasonable noise. All right, next, insulting, taunting, or challenging another in a manner likely to provoke a violent response. Next, obstructing movement on public streets or private property without a lawful purpose. Next, creating a physically offensive condition or a risk of physical harm without a lawful reason. Okay. Next, additionally, the law addresses conduct while voluntarily intoxicated. So the person is drunk under their own will. All right. In public places or in the presence of 2 or more persons, engaging in behavior likely to offend or cause inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm to individuals of ordinary sensibilities. So that's saying your regular average person. If your regular average person will be offended by what you're saying, then hey, you could be hit with disorderly conduct. Or creating a condition that presents a risk of physical harm to oneself, others, or property. Let's look at the penalties for disorderly conduct. All right. So that's a minor misdemeanor, a fine of up to $150. All right. It's a misdemeanor of the 4th degree. That carries up to 30 days in jail, a fine of $250 if the offender persists in the conduct after a reasonable warning or request to desist. The offense occurs in the vicinity of a school or school safety zone. The conduct occurs in the presence of law enforcement or if the offense is committed in the presence of an emergency facility personnel engaged in their duties. So in the ER, when people get to acting a fool, or, I don't know, maybe even this doctor's office here. All right. Last law, then we'll look at some probable cause. Let's look at the Ohio law for resisting arrest. Ohio law for resisting arrest. All right, so it's defined under 2921.33. And it says, the definition, resisting arrest, no person recklessly or by force shall resist or interfere with a lawful arrest of themselves or another. Penalties. All right. This is a misdemeanor of the second degree. If the resistance or interference is without causing physical harm to a law enforcement officer, it's classified as a second degree misdemeanor. The penalty is up to 90 days in jail, a fine of up to $750. Now, let's move on to the next one. It's a misdemeanor of the first degree if the resistance or interference the individual causes physical harm to the law enforcement officer. The offense is then elevated to a first degree misdemeanor. The penalty is up to half a year in jail, a fine of up to $1,000. Let's take a look at the fourth degree felony. It's a fourth degree felony if the individual during their resistance or interference either recklessly causes physical harm to a law enforcement officer by means of a deadly weapon or brandishes a deadly weapon. The offense is classified as a fourth degree felony that carries 6 to 18 months in prison and a fine of up to $5,000. There's some key considerations here. When we're talking about resisting arrest, the arrest must be lawful. Okay, that's one of the key considerations there. The arrest must be lawful. And also they define what a deadly weapon is under their statute. They have a different place you can go look. It's found under 2923.11, and they actually give the full definition of what a deadly weapon is. Okay? So from there, let's move into probable cause. Now, we've been talking about probable cause daily. And the reason is because probable cause and the standards that are below probable cause and the ones that are above it are perfect tools to go in a young attorney's toolbox or a person who's trying to familiarize themselves with the law, or at least American law. Okay? So let's start with mere suspicion. Remember, mere suspicion is a generality. That's a stereotype. An example here would be, every time I go to the hospital, someone's in there acting a fool. Right? That's a generality. That's not supported by any proof. If we had to assign a number to this, mere suspicion would be anything under 10% of the evidence pointing to a person having actually done the alleged crime. Now, when we move up the chain a little bit and we go to reasonable suspicion is more evidence pointing to a person having committed the crime that's alleged. Reasonable suspicion is required for an officer to stop you or to stop anyone and do further investigation to see if a crime is actually happening right now. All right? So that's going to require a more articulable set of evidence pointing to a person. If we had to give it a number, that's anywhere from 10 to 25% of the evidence points to one person doing some crime or a group of people doing a crime. Probable cause. Probable cause is what's required for an arrest or for a search warrant to issue. All right, probable cause is going to require more facts. We say about 35% of the evidence points to a person doing a alleged crime. All right. Beyond probable cause, you have to the preponderance of the evidence. That means 51% of the evidence points to a person having committed a crime. That's if you had a scale that's completely balanced and it begins to go just a little bit in the favor of a person having committed the crime. All right, 51%. All right. Clear and convincing evidence. That's 75%. The term that they use is more likely than not. All right, so it's more likely than not that a person committed the alleged crime. 75% of the evidence points to them committing that crime. All right, next you have beyond a reasonable doubt. Beyond a reasonable doubt is the highest standard in the American criminal justice system. That means anywhere from 90 to 95% of the evidence points to a person, a single individual committing a crime. All right, and the charge seems true based on the evidence that can be gathered and provided. All right, understand that in the United States, the government does not have to prove beyond all doubt. It's just beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay. So how do you all feel about this one? I think that they will easily make a probable cause finding because they went under trespass originally. Remember, they went to the doctor and the doctor said he'll be permanently banned from this office.
You, as the person in charge of the premises, is trespassing and banning him permanently?
Yes, we
Okay.
will ban him
and
permanently.
if he doesn't leave?
All right. When he says that, that's a trespass. And if he still remains on the property after that, then he can be arrested. He also potentially resisted arrest when he tried to kick the EMT worker.
Ryan.
Okay? So with that, how do you feel about this one? Leave a comment below. Like the video. And let's start a discussion about this one. This is here for the reason to show that, hey, you can be an older person and still get arrested. All right, we've done men, we've done women, we've done celebrities, we've done older people before. This is another one to show you again that the law is blind. The law applies to everyone. With that, this is Advocacy Alchemy with Professor Ross. I will see you tomorrow. You all have a good day.